One of Auckland's famous shopping strips, Dominion Road, is showing the signs of stress as for sale and for lease signs start filling shop windows. It's a vibrant, bustling stretch of road full of cheap and cheerful businesses. But like everywhere, it's dead, and business owners say they are losing thousands of dollars a week. Sharon Brettkelly takes a walk down Dominion Road and talks to some of the owners.
I'm standing outside Cole's Cobble Shop, and it's a little old-fashioned business that fixes things like boots and bags and belts. The owner, Colin Wiggs, been here for 45 years. What does it feel like now to be in lockdown? I mean, you wouldn't have been in this kind of situation before, would you?
No, I haven't before. But it's actually quite nice to not have to go to work. I've quite enjoyed the last 2 weeks. The money ran out last week as well, so, that's also a problem. But, I've got a bit of savings to live on.
Cole's Cobble Shop is tucked in between Metropolitan Rentals, which I'm told is the longest surviving business on Dominion Road. It's a place where you can rent vans and trucks. Right next to it is a big empty shop that's for lease. There's a lot of shops along here that have for lease signs, but it's a real mix of businesses along this road. And Gary Holmes, the manager of Dominion Road Business Association, calls the strip the world on one street.
Because it's got so much diversity and variety, both in terms of ethnicity and ethnic representation, and also the types of businesses that we have along Dominion Road.
There's more than 200 businesses along this stretch, and they really are a quirky mix of Chinese restaurants, cafes, banks, antique shops, charity stores. I'm going across the road now to the tapas bar Tusker to talk to the owners Michelle and Ali Hassan.
It's going to be very, very hard times in front of us. At the moment, we locked down, can't do anything, but we still want to survive. We've had this business for 13 years almost, and we have responsibilities to our employees. And there was our baby. We started up from scratch, so we don't want to lose our business. It's a little bit tough for us, to be honest, and I usually don't talk about this sort of stuff, but we're finding it tough, and it's going to be even tougher.
A lot of these shops have the standard Covid-19 notice on their windows. Mr. Howe's Barbecue Chinese restaurant is a bit different. It only opened a few weeks before lockdown, but the owner, Paul Wong, also owns restaurants in China, so he knows what it's like to survive a shutdown.
So basically when we shut down here, I was able to reopen over there.
And things went straight back to normal over there?
So it's been a slow progression. I'd say now that we're maybe 30-40% down on normal business. But it's during this stage we weren't forced to shut. We're actually forced to open because we're in some bigger shopping malls over there. But there was literally nobody at all in the shopping centre, like a big shopping centre, one of the biggest ones in Shanghai, and it was literally like a ghost town.
So your experience here must be quite different.
Oh, very different. The Chinese people are a lot more worried about the virus before, so a lot of them, like as soon as the story came out over there, a lot of them stopped going out anyway. So the business had already dropped a lot more than in New Zealand.
My last call is to Chris Hammonds. He's the chair of the Dominion Road Business Association, and his business, Mondo Travel, is a few blocks further south.
I worked out today that just to be alive is costing me about $1,000 a day after the subsidy on salaries and rent and all that sort of carry on. So after 12 weeks, that's $60,000. There's not a lot of small businesses that have got equity to sort of sustain themselves. I'm fortunate that I've been around for a while, that I do have, but the longer this thing goes on, the harder it's going to be to survive, that's for sure.
Dominion Road is bending under its own weight.
Or that's what it's like in normal times, but these aren't normal times. Colin Wiggs says he'll be starting from scratch when he's allowed back into his cobble shop, and Chris and Ali from Tusker have plans to shake things up a bit.
We are starting some new services, like we will do a takeout service for people that perhaps will stay at home rather than go in dining.
And Chris Hammonds says he'll be relying on his loyal customers to help pull him through.
They've been fantastic, actually. I get clients ringing me all the time to make sure I'm okay, which is a very nice thing. And I've got a lot of loyal clients, and they really appreciate the fact that we're helping them out. And so I've got clients for life in regards to that. And so, yeah, we'll get back out and we'll get back into it again. We've just got to hunker down for a time. But then it could mean in a different shape and form. And right, you know, we had 5 staff in the office. Now I'm down to 4.
From Dominion Road for Checkpoint, I'm Sharon Brettkelly.